What do my tired eyes see? A hunter,
Don't
sure.
forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Come, talk to me a moment.
You'll like what I have for sale. I promise. The longer this split with the shadow. I've got all the best. Gets here.
Some Oseram girl applied to the city guard the other day.
These damn Oseram, stirring up tensions.
Greetings, Aloy. I am known as Blameless Marad. Please come with me. You're needed for an important consultation.
What do you mean? Where's Erend?
He's inside, attending the Sun King, where we should be without further delay. Follow me, please.
All of these people are here to see the Sun King.
Yes, and each has come to ask a favor of him. Unpleasant, but that's politics. The Sun King is eager to meet you, the machine tamer with a curious eye for detail. It's all very intriguing.
I'm not here to intrigue you.
Too late.
What possible interest could the Sun King have in her?
Passed by some Outlander woman, I'd be Onyx shoot owls, and this Nora goes to the front of the line.
Ignore them. Nobles are like children who whine when they don't get a second helping of dessert.
What's the Sun King like?
The most important thing is what he isn't like. His father. I think you'll find him to be a reasonable man.
Aloy of the Nora. She who sees the unseen. Welcome. It would seem you have done me a great service. Erend, tell her what you found.
I checked Ursa's tomb. You were right, Aloy. The body is missing a scar below her right knee. I gave it to Ursa when we were kids, fighting over a toy sword.
If the body is not Ursa's, then we must assume she is still alive. And I will not abandon her.
We only know she was taken, not who took her.
I can help with that. Ursa has an enemy among the Oseram. A warlord named Dervahl.
Impossible. Every clan in the claim has been hunting for him since the liberation. He has to be dead by now.
No other Oseram had the motive and ingenuity to lure Ursa into this trap. I expect to find him lurking somewhere near the border. I've already sent an agent to investigate. He'll be waiting for word from us at the marketplace in Pitchcliff.
I can't move troops to the border without provoking the Oseram. But I could send a few vanguardsmen. And perhaps an exceptionally gifted Nora as well. Erend, Marad, let me discuss it with her privately. I hate to impose further after all you've done, but this is a matter of great importance to me.
It sounds like Ursa means a lot to you.
Without her Oseram vanguard, I would not have been able to liberate Meridian and end my father's brutal reign. Since then, it has been difficult to maintain peace between our tribes. But Ursa has a way of making her people see reason. So you see, I need her back at my side. And quickly.
Who is Dervahl exactly?
To understand Dervahl, you must first understand my father. He truly thought of himself as a sun god. His mind was broken. He believed that blood sacrifice would solve, well, everything. So he raided the other tribes for victims, especially the Oseram. Dervahl fought back. He crafted powerful weapons and rallied his people. My father responded with the ultimate cruelty. He captured Dervahl's wife and daughter and sacrificed them in the Sun Ring.
The killers who attacked the Nora. I've discovered that they're a faction of Shadow Karja called the Eclipse. They're digging up ancient weapons, machines that corrupt and control other machines. They want to use them to strike Meridian.
What you're saying echoes reports I've received from Murad, a Shadow Karja splinter group. Corrupted machines across the land. When will this attack come, do you know?
I'm not exactly sure.
Then we will do what we can to prepare. But in the meantime, Ursa is my highest priority. Please, help me find her.
I'd like to ask you something about the Sundom and its politics.
By all means.
They call you a sun god who killed his own father in order to unite the tribes in harmony. Is any of it true?
They say you can see the invisible, split an arrow at 50 paces, and tame machines at a glance. How much of that is true?
It's not too far off.
Well, I would like to unite the tribes in harmony, but you saw how many courtiers I have to deal with first. Maybe next week.
Quite a place you've got here. You can almost see the little people below the mesa.
You don't approve? Well, I have a secret for you. Neither do I. But we must be patient. Change won't come in a single sunrise.
But will it happen at all, while men live in palaces?
It might. Eventually. If people like you help me bring it about.
Your politics seem very complicated. The Oseram are friends, but enemies too?
I couldn't have liberated Meridian without the help of Ursa and her Oseram freebooters. Many of them have settled here. But the Ealdormen of the Oseram clans in the Claim have become jealous of their success. So have many Karja nobles. It's a volatile situation, especially given the fact that my father raided the Oseram for years. Ursa helps keep the peace, promising a future based on mutual gain. But some, like Dervahl, will never let go of their venom.
What can you tell me about the Shadow Karja? What do they have to do with Ursa?
They are remnants of my father's regime, holding out at the fortress of Sunfall to the west. Like him, they care only for domination, and seek to draw upon the power of the sun by spilling blood in its name. Since Ursa helped me take this city from them, they were perfect scapegoats. Dervahl knew this, of course, and planned it well.
I need to get going.
I know. Well, they say kings should never beg. But please, help me find Ursa.
Who says that?
Well, Murad, for one. Don't hesitate to ask him or Erend if you have further questions.
day. And a longer night ahead, most likely.
These damn Oseram stirring up tensions. I'm keeping my eyes open.
So, I thought Ursa was dead, and I thought Dervahl was dead. Dead doesn't seem to mean what it used to. Or maybe I'm just an ass. Whatever. All I know is that it's time to find my sister and get some payback. I hope Murad's guy grabs us a lead.
Did Ursa ever tell you anything about Dervahl?
We were both under his command for a while. Sort of. Helped him recruit an army to take out the mad Sun King. But then he got real creepy with Ursa. Needless to say, she wasn't interested, but he wouldn't let it go. Not to mention the fact that we realized he wanted to murder every Carja, not just the bad ones. Long story short, he's a grazer-licking dungbag.
Avad seems committed to finding your sister.
Yeah, those two got along. And some people say they shacked up, but I don't buy it. Seems a little skinny for her. Oh, okay, some bad images are forming in my head. Let's just focus on finding her. And kicking Dervahl's ass.
I'd better go.
Don't stand me up in Pitchcliff, okay? Ursa needs us.
Aloy, how can I be of service?
It's obvious that you're an advisor to the Sun King, but what is it you do exactly?
Whatever is needed, of course.
Are you always so evasive?
It depends.
You were right about Avad. He seems genuine.
He is the Sun King. I serve him the best I can. What else would you have me say?
Huh. Did you serve the last one as best you could, too?
Well, I served him to his enemies. It was the best I could do for the Sundom.
What did you do?
Nothing I could be blamed for.
Sounds to me like you're a spy.
There are many helpful voices in the Sundom and beyond. I like to think of myself as a good listener.
So why do they call you Blameless Murad?
Well, it depends on who you mean by they, and what they might wish to blame me for.
Talking to you is tiring.
So they say.
What will I find at the border?
An outpost full of Oseram, most of whom want nothing to do with Dervahl. Still, he inspires great loyalty in those who fought with him against the last Sun King. He will not be caught alone. And don't forget, he is a master craftsman. Nothing delights him more than his dangerous toys.
What makes you so sure Dervahl did this to Ursa?
I don't care for sure or certain. I prefer likely or probably. How many Oseram are clever enough for this ruse? Capable of building the weapon you described? Who hate Ursa so? More than one? Not likely. Dervahl? Quite probably.
Even if people think he's dead?
That is surely another reason to be suspicious of certain words.
I have to go.
Then you must.
This must be Pitchcliff. Murad's agent should be at the marketplace by now.
We played our part in the liberation, made the Sundom better. Now we gotta keep it that way.
Wonder if she'd sing me one of those Banuk songs I keep hearing about.
If somebody's got a problem with the Vanguard, they can take it up with Aaron.
No sign of Murad's guy? He's had plenty of time to investigate.
We'd better look for him.
Damn right.
Well, someone left here recently, and they were in a hurry.
Here's to Avad, huh?
Has to be Murad's guy. Dervahl's thugs must have made him.
Maybe because he found something. Look at this. I think he drew a map with his own blood.
Right. Those kind of maps you know you better follow.
That might be Pitchcliff. He marked a spot to the north. Could be Dervahl's location.
And my men are waiting outside of town. I'll grab them and meet you there.
machines. Looks like they've been chained up.
Dervahl's a tinker. He probably experiments on them or strips them for parts.
Maybe I can use them to make some trouble. I'll go in first. Hold off until the fighting starts.
All right. We've got your back.
Dervahl's men. It's about to get ugly.
I hope so. Intruders! Unleash the machines! Shoot their chains!
Let's see how they like this! Knock him out of the fight! Death on
She must be around here somewhere. Let's find her.
Dervahl says you gotta eat dirt.
Who, me?
See what happens when you pick a fight with the Vanguard. Pick them off, one by one. Just another day in the Vanguard.
Ursa must be in there. We have to get through.
It's blocked. Must be one of Dervahl's paralyzers. Stay put until I find a way past it. They must use these to protect themselves from that awful sound. Should give me the upper hand. This'll do.
Ursa!
Aaron? Dervahl tried to break me. Shows what he knows.
I should have been with you. Why didn't you come for me? I know I'm a useless trunk, but...
No, idiot. I got a message from Dervahl saying he wanted to parlay. I didn't come for you because I knew it was a trap. I couldn't let you get hurt. Just didn't think it'd be that good a trap. Thought I could take him out. Now listen. Dervahl's planning something big in Meridian. He said he'd force Avad to watch as the smoke darkens their precious sun. Your king needs you. No more playing around. You're gonna have to grow up fast.
I will. I promise.
You damn well better, little brother.
Ursa. No, please. I won't let you down. I promise.
Erend, I'm so sorry.
You've got to find Dervahl. But Meridian's a big place.
I'll look through his things. Maybe we can narrow it down. machine's been picked apart with precision. What's Dervahl learned from all his tinkering? Do I even want to know? Such a strange device. It's beautifully crafted. What happens when I turn it on?
I think I've got it working. There. Now, say something. Both of you, Doves.
I don't know. What do you want me to say?
Whatever you want. I just want to hear your voice. And keep it for later.
I'll sing, Papa. La 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 la.
There. A song and a laugh. Even better than words. And now I can hear them whenever I want.
We're done then? Off to bed with you. Good night, Mama. Good night, Papa. Is she gone? What are we going to do? The raids are getting closer and closer to Main Spring. How much longer can we hide like this?
A keepsake from his family. Just notes about crafting. And a letter tucked between the pages. Lots of blaze. Headed to Meridian. If we find it, I'll bet we find Dervahl too. I think I found something that can help. Let's head back to the palace.
Go. I won't be long, but I need to tend to my sister. Just give me some time with Ursa. I'll head back to Meridian. I just need a little time. Just give me some time with Ursa.
Try me now.
Oseram hands, and I know how to put them to use. There'll always be work for me.
Only the finest something today. See for yourself. You'll regret not stopping when you're in this.
Watch out for the Oseram merchants. They may soon teach you as much.
Take a look at these wares.
Only the finest goods here.
The beach once again leads the Hunter's Lodge.
Here, see for yourself.
Talana Khan Kadish, Sunhawk of the Hunter's Lodge. She does her house proud.
I've got all the best goods here. Check out these wares. Fine goods for a fair price.
Before you're on the road, not stopping when you're in the thick of it.
Got the wheel turning all day. By the forge, I believe I've earned a drink or two.
Don't pass up these goods. Won't find better wares.
These aren't goods, they're necessities.
Regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it.
You'll regret.
Would you like to buy something today? Take a look at these wares.
I have a matter of grace and beauty I would like to discuss with you.
There are no shadows under the noonday sun. Words to live by.
I've sent a messenger to the claim to let...
I'm glad you're back. I'm at a loss about Ursa. To learn she lives, then lose that hope, seems cruel.
She wouldn't want us to waste time talking. She'd want us to find Dervahl. She said he raved about smoke darkening the sun. Tell him what you found in his papers.
A letter. It mentioned a shipment of blaze being sent to a warehouse here. Only, it wasn't addressed to Dervahl. The name was Ayland Forgeman. Does that mean anything to you?
Sounds familiar. Yes, a landlord. The Oseram have been buying up buildings across the city, including one under that name. Let me think. It's by the edge of the mesa, near the temple. It used to be a shop, but it could serve as a warehouse. If Dervahl used the name as an alias to buy it, he might even be there now.
I'll round up my men.
I'll meet you there.
Erend, wait. Remember that no one hates Dervahl more than your own tribe. The clans would give up much to obtain him.
Take him alive? So you can haggle over him? You can't be serious.
Our security depends on keeping the peace. If the opportunity presents itself, take him alive. Consider that a command. Aloy, a moment, please. When we spoke, Erend didn't wish to dwell on the details of Ursa's death. Understandable, of course. But now that they've been left to my imagination, those details are all I can think about. You were there. Did she suffer?
She wasn't worried about her pain. She was worried about her brother. And she was worried about you.
Thank you, Aloy. I suppose I needed to know I was as much on her mind as she is on mine. Find Dervahl and bring him before me. he will answer for his crimes.
Sun King Avad hasn't got the stones to put an end to the...
No more Ealdormen. Swear, the pain in my ass has gone down since getting out of the claim.
The sun smiles on us today.
Sorry, I have no news that would interest you.
You wouldn't be so eager to speak with me if you
Bet they
knew.
didn't make two of you. Tell you what I like. The sound of a hammer on steel.
A woman atop the Hunter's Lodge. Never thought I'd see that sunrise.
Wasn't sure about
Ground down to the bone. No interest in chatter.
Alright, it's fun. Eat by the time this is done.
Perhaps my life like this, cleaning up other people's mess.
Keep the forge.
You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it.
Goods, they're necessities. Necessities. Kantarish once again leads the Hunter's Lodge. Could not ask for a more noble house.
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy. You again. I never forget a face I've lost shards to. Might as well try to sell maize to the Utaru. But another day, another opportunity. You again. I never forget a face I've lost shards to.
That Banuk outfit doesn't intimidate me.
This is the place? You home, Dervahl? I got a surprise for you!
Or he has a surprise for us.
Is it a bomb? Doesn't look too big.
Big enough to kill us.
All right. I'll shut up.
If I try to take it apart, a booby trap will set it off. Blaze. It must be leaking from something upstairs.
That's a lot of blaze.
If that bomb downstairs goes off, it'll be just what Dervahl promised. Smoke will darken the sun. As the city goes up in flames, there's gotta be a way to stop it. It looks like a wooden bracket. Not very strong. Help me push this out.
Okay. Brute force, I'm good at that. What'll it do?
Save the city, I hope. But when the blaze falls, run for it. Because the booby trap on the bomb downstairs is gonna get set off.
Will we survive?
Probably not. Now push. Ugh.
We did it! Dervahl's best shot, and Meridian's still standing.
This isn't over. Dervahl said he'd make Avad watch.
No way. To do that, he'd have to get into the palace, and that's too heavily guarded.
Get back there, just to be sure. I'm gonna look around. Maybe Dervahl's men left something behind when they planted that bomb.
I got it. Don't worry. If he tries for the palace, he's finished.
Was it an accident?
Fire on the mesa's edge. Bring sand. Bring water. Did you hear that explosion? Have we been attacked by the Carja in Shadow? What happened to that building? Was it an accident?
Fire on the mesa's edge. Bring sand. Bring water.
What caused the explosion? What happened to that building? Was it an accident?
Perhaps my focus can help me.
Was anyone hurt in that blast?
Boot tracks, with
Fire
just a
on the
bit of
mesa's
blaze
edge.
in them.
Bring sand. Bring water.
I hope no one was inside the warehouse.
Can I interest you in a reasonable share of a lucrative opportunity?
Fine goods for a fair price.
What happened? I haven't heard a blast like that since the Liberation.
Let's have a chat. No, a colorful discussion.
There's smoke rising from the edge of the mesa.
Are we under
See
attack?
that sunrise.
The tracks lead inside. Another one of Dervahl's hideouts. This must be where Dervahl assembled the detonator. He tunneled through the wall. Dervahl did find a way into the palace.
Wish I could be there to see the sun.
Bad day for one of us.
Hit the ground!
I'll tuck that away.
Look at you, Avad. The wriggling runt of a maniac king. You robbed me of my right to kill your father, so I'll have to settle for you. I'm going to enjoy watching the Carja burn, even more because you'll be watching with me. Say goodbye to Meridian, Avad. Breathe in the stench, and choke on the ashes. Something's wrong. It didn't... I didn't hear anything.
There's a bit of smoke rising from the mesa's edge.
No! It should be a firestorm, not some belch from a charcoal burner!
I can't spare the weight.
What's this? Oh. You must be the Nora who bushwhacked my camp.
And disabled your bomb.
Did you now? Well, bomb or no bomb, I'm gonna splatter that throne with blood. First yours, then Avad's.
Come on, brothers, let's get her!
This isn't over yet, wench. Can we finish this? I've got a sun god to kill. Why does Avad always have his ladies do the fighting?
Death's coming your way.
I've led an army. Killed kestrels and ravagers. A savage is nothing. I've led an army. Killed kestrels and ravagers. A savage is nothing. It's not over yet, Nora. Any good Oseram tinker will tell you. Always have a third plan.
So they woke up.
I hope you like fighting these things, because there's more in the way.
Won't waste this. Save this for later.
As much as I wish Ursa was here to kill you, I don't mind doing it for her.
Go ahead. I'm not afraid. Except that knowing you, Erend, you'll screw it up!
I know what you are afraid of. Going back to Mainspring in chains. Every clan in the Claim wants you dead. And they know how to make it hurt. They'll even bid for the privilege.
It's just like you to get someone else to do your killing.
Shut up! You're at the Sun King's mercy now.
Sunhawk of the Hunter's Lodge. She does her house proud. Safe to sit here, but move along. You have no need to loiter around here. These damn Oseram.
Come to gloat, Nora. Well, as you can see, I'm busy. I get it. You want to rub it in? Well, it's not working. Ha ha! It's funny to pester the tinker in the cage. What a laugh. You think that bit of scrap on your brow makes you smart. I'll bet you couldn't have taken apart my bomb without it. Think I'm done? Think again. I've gotten out of worse scrapes. While the lunkheads in Mainspring dither over how to kill me, I'll dig myself out. Just you wait. When I get out of here, I'm gonna plant a Thunderjaw lure in your bedroll. Gotta admit, it burns me that a savage tracked me down. Most Nora get confused by anything more than 2 sticks and a string. Don't you have something better to do? Like choke on a lance horn? You think that spear of yours is so fancy, but I could craft it blindfolded, during a quick nap. Riding machines! Am I supposed to be impressed? Get one to serve me lunch, then I'll take notice. You're like a burr in a boot, you know that? Just so irritating. Hammer to steel. I hate you. Someday, I'm gonna build a machine with the specific purpose of pulling your braids out. By the great flaming forge, just leave me alone, Red.
Machines or...
The guard under the last king. Far cry from those days.
No, I'm awake and alert. Damn it.
Aloy, I was just thinking about Ursa. She would have killed Dervahl on the spot. I know it. That's why she went out to meet him in the first place, to put him down. But she also told me to grow up. I gotta admit it burned a little when she said that, but I'm trying to take it to heart. And I guess growing up means putting what you should do in front of what you want to do, right?
You're asking me? I'm pretty sure you're older.
Yeah, but I don't act like it, do I?
You did with Dervahl.
Don't give me too much credit. Part of me still wants to wait for a quiet moment and wring his neck.
Yeah, but you won't. Because you're a good captain.
Come on, stop. You're gonna make me tear up.
So, after all this, what's next for Erend Vanguardsman?
Heading back to the claim for a while. I'll get in touch with my clan and we'll lay Ursa to rest properly. Like how she would have wanted. And by that I mean less chit-chat, more drinking.
What do you think the Oseram will do to Dervahl?
First off, they'll argue about it for a long time. But whatever they come up with, it won't be quick. I can live with that. In fact, I might just drop by his cell under the sun ring to remind him what's coming.
Well...
I know. You gotta go. Killers to track, machines to master, all before breakfast. You know what? When we met, I thought I was a big shot talking to a pretty girl hidden away in the middle of nowhere. And now I see that I was just lucky to get a minute of your time. Try not to forget about me while you're out there changing the world.
I'll always have a minute for you. Maybe even 2.
2? Huh. She likes me. You still want to talk? I might need a hanky.
So, after all this, what's next for Erend Vanguardsman?
Heading back to the claim for a while. I'll get in touch with my clan and we'll lay Ursa to rest proper, like how she would have wanted. And by that I mean...
I'll see you later.
I hope so.
Aloy, to say you have my gratitude feels woefully insufficient. You saved my life, You saved Meridian. And because of you, there will be justice for Ursa's murder. We can mourn her knowing the truth, without painful uncertainty. It's hard to imagine where we'd be without you. And I don't want to try. I hope you will consider staying in Meridian.
Were you and Ursa, you know...
I suppose it's obvious how I feel... how I felt about her. She didn't just give me advice. She gave me strength. But we couldn't be together. Relations between the Carja and Oseram and Meridian were unsteady as it was. The union of the Sun King and an Oseram warrior would have led to open revolt in the city. And probably war with the clans.
Did anyone know?
Only one. Dervahl. He wanted Ursa, but she rejected him. And so jealousy became yet another of his hateful motivations.
What exactly will happen to Dervahl?
For now, he'll languish in one of the old cells under the Sun Ring here in Meridian. As for what happens after we negotiate his extradition to Mainspring, I don't want to think about it. My father was very creative when it came to inflicting suffering. But some Oseram devices surpass even his imaginings. What a waste. Dervahl is a brilliant man. I wonder what he would have accomplished if it weren't for my father's cruelty.
Why do you want me to stay in Meridian?
Well, I would think that would be obvious.
Not to me.
Huh. Well, to start with, you kept the city from going up in flames. You were strong, shrewd, and capable. I could use someone like you at my side.
Let me get this straight. Your warrior princess is barely cold in her grave, and you're lining me up to take her place?
What? No, Sun and Shadow, that's not what I meant. All right, I can see how my choice of words came off as presumptuous, but I meant no disrespect. By the sun, this is not how I imagined this conversation would go. Look, I'll be forever grateful. And you are always welcome here. Let's just hope our next chat goes better than this one. Goodbye, Aloy. Perhaps when the time is right, we will speak again. I'm sorry, but I have other business to attend to. If you don't mind, I need some time to reflect. Goodbye, Aloy. Perhaps when the time is right, we will speak again. I'm sorry, but I have other business to attend to. If you don't mind, I need some time to reflect. Goodbye, Aloy. Perhaps when the time is right, we will speak again. I'm sorry, but I have other business to attend to. If you don't mind, I need some time to reflect. Goodbye, Aloy. Perhaps when the time is right, we will speak again.
Guardia today. Amazing.
Arrested too for disorderly conduct last night.
Could you spare a moment to speak of the finer things?
Statue of Jiran.
I have nothing for you, I'm afraid.
We should take it down.
Well, don't you seem fresh-faced and ready for anything.
Everyone needs a splash of color in their lives.
Make
Come,
a habit of picking
let's
up
talk it
outfits
over.
in the wastelands, do you? I'm no sun priest, but I always say a prayer this time of day. I tell you, never have children if you can avoid it. Morning already? Oh well. I met Anora when I was a child. All I remember is how heavy her bow was. Some Oseram is building a mansion that will block my view. You're dressed as a Banuk. Do you not know your tribe? Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting you to speak to me.
A woman now leads the Hunter's Lodge only because no men were left in her house to do the job.
I need a moment. My duties today are endless.
The longer we stay here, the more it'll feel like home.
I just want a moment's
Come to the
peace.
Sundom, can't be bothered to work.
I have nothing to trade. We've lived under the same sun all this time. Imagine that. I've got a lot on my mind. Sorry. You look very fashionable. And almost entirely clean, too. You barely look savage at all in Karja clothes.
Find better wares.
Let's have a
The
chat.
Oseram family
No,
next door keeps
a
me up all night
colorful
with their
discussion.
bickering. Ugh. Those Oseram merchants are going to put my family out of business if I'm not careful.
Everyone needs a splash of color in their lives. Come, let's talk it over.
I bet those traitorous Oseram will just conveniently lose Dervahl and transport to Main.
Don't pass up these goods. Check out these wares.
You put that Oseram assassin in his place.
The only justice Dervahl deserves is at the tip of a spear.
May the sun light your way.
Buy what you need, leave the rest.
Sorry, I have no news that would interest you.
Find the sun. I'm hoping for a better day tomorrow.
Only the fight.
You'll find the Oseram who've just arrived in Meridian waiting for work in the warehouse district.
Buy what you need, leave the rest.
We're
So
letting
many
the
come to the Sun
Oseram
Can't be
decide what to
bothered
do with
work,
him.
but you.
But he tried to
You
kill
don't seem
our
like the rest.
Sun.
I've been thinking about the plane. Rotten place, really.
From shadow into sun, our time will come, and come soon.
That'll keep my stomach quiet. I need this. Crash the Eclipse Focus Network, he said. So how are we gonna do that? Oh, wait. I forgot. We won't. I do all the dangerous stuff. You just listen in. There are the handholds, right where you'd said they'd be. Did you get that, Silence? No? Fitting name you got there. Stocking up. All right. What now?
You wait, that's what. Take a seat at the campfire and rest. When night falls, we'll talk.
At least I'll have a fire to keep me company. How nice of you to finally drop by.
Our purpose this night is to crash the Focus Network.
Yeah, tell me the part I don't know. How?
For starters, you'll need to infiltrate the Eclipse's main base.
Wait, what?
That's right. Fortunately for you, I brought you round to the back way. It's right through that crevice. Once you reach the base, you'll see the objective. A derelict tall neck that's been extensively modified. Climb the tall neck. Grafted into the top of its disc, you'll find a module of sorts. Destroy that, and the focus network will crash.
So you were part of the Eclipse?
I've never been part of anything. I serve my own interests, always. But it is the case that I assisted the Eclipse before I sensed the threat they might become. It was a mistake that I'm doing what I can to correct.
What sort of assistance did you give them?
Head through that crevice, Aloy. You have more important things to do than ask questions.
Let's see what's through here. Corrupted machines. Patrolling like guards.
More like soldiers. Held in reserve for a war yet to come. You'll have to get past them.
This is the easy way in?
The back way in. I didn't say it'd be easy.
No more. explosions in the distance.
Pay that no mind. Doesn't concern you. Getting close now. Head for that ridge.
Here we go again.
The Tallneck's just over this ridge. You see the top. Now be ready to act fast. You need to get in and get it done before they raise an alarm.
You getting this? I see the legs of a tall neck down there, but no tall neck.
Damn. The transmitter's been moved. Check down the ravine to the left. Only place it could be.
So much for your insider knowledge. Toward the explosions. Great.
You've got exactly one shot at this, Aloy, so spare the sarcasm and make it count. You see that bridge over the ravine?
Yep.
Memorize its location. There's a rappel point on the side. That'll be your way out.
And these Eclipse troopers?
Avoid them or kill them, your choice. The blasting should cover any noise you make. Find the tall neck and destroy the module on top.
Here we go.
Every time they set off another blast, my ears ring.
These ancient machines are sharp. I got my hand on their rust.
Still sniffing around. That's right.
Endless digging, endless blasting, endless waiting. I grow tired of this.
We got us a corpse over here. Someone slaughtered one of us.
Low and quiet does it.
You will not escape the shadow.
Is there fighting up ahead?
No. It's a mining operation. So long as you're quick, it won't affect you.
Oh good, another secret. Pass the test.
So long as King Itamen languishes at Sunfall,
It's bigger than
coddled
the others.
by his mother,
Find the
he
tall
will
neck,
never
Aloy.
learn the true
There's
lessons
no
of the
time to
sun.
poke around.
There is if I
I have
want
tried
to.
to instruct him, but the shadow of his mother's influence is upon him. I took him to the palace balcony to behold an offering of sacrifice in the ring, but he showed no thirst for it. He averted his gaze. Look to the sun, I told him. Do not shield your eyes. In all things, it is absolute. One day, it nurtures life, and the next, scorches life away. It burns the skin of champions and wretches alike. Never does the sun show pity. That is the example a Sun King must follow.
A
the example of your
There
father.
are several data points.
But before my instruction could take hold, she was there, clutching him to her robes, burying his face against her breast. How is a king to rule when he cannot even see? Every morning, I wake to the same nightmare. The same reality. Holy Meridian, in the hands of profligates. Debased. The spire, towering above the horizon like in a glittering spike through the center of my mind. Every daybreak in exile is a mark of failure, but the count of days runs thin. I will see Meridian retaken, the profligates slaughtered, a true king restored to the Mesa throne. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. When sleep refuses to come, I think of our wedding night. How you welcomed me to the marital bed. How after, when you fell asleep, I lay there watching your delicate face. For all its beauty, I detested its fragility. A rage swelled up inside me. I abhorred that bed, how its softness threatened to swallow us up. And that room, the stench of incense, the fine embroidery of the drapes, all of it weak. I slipped from the bed, threw open the casement, and lay naked on the stone floor, determined to spurn all seductions of comfort. But when I woke the next morning, you lay beside me, naked as I in the cold. Your body, stretched beside mine, seemed chiseled from stone. I saw you wake, instantly alert, like an animal ready to strike. You said nothing. You did not have to. Already you had shown me beyond doubt that we were meant to be. Never does the sun show pity. And yet, when my wife died in birthing, and in dying into the life of my child unborn, I pitied myself. My lord sensed this, but instead of casting me down for weakness, he cast upon me a radiant beam of honor. He ordered my kin buried in the sacred caves reserved for royals and heroes. Unimaginable. Never again would I doubt that I am the chosen of the sun. Never again would pity find a place in me. Not for myself, or another. When I first set eyes on the buried shadow, I trembled. Was I not the chosen of the sun? A blazing light of faith to shred and scatter darkness? Was it not my place to destroy this devil? But High Priest Bahavas instructed me in the prophecy, and set right my frame of mind. The murder of the true Sun King broke the cosmic cycle short of completion. The whole world cast into darkness, doomed. To resume and turn the wheel of time would require more than sun and faith. All forces must combine, all halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, night to day. Even a buried shadow wants the wheel to turn, for without a sun in the sky, there can be no shadow. My lord, the 13th king of the Karja Sundom was murdered. Cut down by cowards who mistook firm rule for madness. Ever the strong are beset upon by the weak. So he said, as the traitors launched their assault. As their cannons forged by Oseram filth toppled the battlements and burst the gates. I would have fought to the end. But it was his will, the will of the sun, that I lead the prince and queen into the west, to safety. My lord did not hesitate. He saw his fate. He looked into the sun, and he did not blink. With me, he sent kestrels, nobles, sun priests, and slaves. Killing all that stood in the way, I carved a path to Sunfall. There, we joined others to gather the strength to take back our home. But our strength only faded, until the buried shadow was brought to light. So long as King Itamen languishes at Sunfall, coddled by his mother.
This armor. There's only one man big enough to wear this. Helis. This is his shelter? Not exactly fancy.
What would you expect of a fanatic? His only extravagance is his brutality.
So you know him?
Just enough to want to stop him.
Did it. He's a fanatic, all right. Single-minded.
It gives him a focus that you seem to lack. Now how...
Would not have been easy to drag the Tallneck down his path. Why bother?
Just find it and get to the top. Destroy the module, and then get out fast as you can.
Sure is a lot of blasting up there. Sounds busy.
Busy enough not to notice you, let's hope.
I see it. They've built some kind of structure around it.
Climb it. The sooner this is done, the better.
I don't like this. It feels wrong.
Everything here is wrong. Just get to the module and destroy it.
I see the module.
Good. Now be quick.
This is Hades?
Aloy, this is not the time.
It's a metal devil.
Open the module's casing, now. Aloy, do as I say or all is lost.
Entity has come here. Entity miscalculated. Entity cannot destroy me. I am beyond its reach.
Maybe you are. But this isn't!
Destroy the entity.
Keep moving!
No way! Yeah, you think? What do you think I'm doing? Taking a nap? Are you kidding me? This looks easy. Almost there. What?
Don't fight, run.
Are you kidding me?
Head left towards the camp.
Got it. Almost out of it.
The whole base is on high alert.
Yeah, I noticed.
Or you'll die. Watch out, there's more ahead. Don't fight. Keep moving. Run, don't fight.
Bridge in sight.
That's the way out.
I Yo!
Rough going, but you survived.
You knew Hades was there and you sent me to him?
I won't deny I risked your life, but it was the only way. Now, with the focus network down, we can both get what we want. Access to the secrets of Zero Dawn.
I'm past trusting you with secrets.
Good. That means you're wising up. Trust is for fools. It shifts and crumbles like sand. A poor foundation for any partnership. But mutual self-interest, now that is a solid bedrock upon which you and I might build a new science of understanding. We both need answers, Aloy. And thanks to you, we're on the verge of grasping them. It's Sunfall. We'll speak again.
You miserable... Damn him. If I could toss this focus and be rid of you, Sylens, I would. But we both know I need it. Sunfall it is. And Zero Dawn. Whenever a machine falls, a scrapper won't be far.
Have you noticed all
Sunfall.
the empty tents lately?
The Mad King Dran's
People
summer
are just
palace.
vanishing.
A bulwark of Karja might against the howling Forbidden West.
Thanks for the history lesson.
But they have no idea what lies beneath. We will learn much from this Aloy.
That's what I'm hoping.
You think they'll sort out the food situation soon?
Starvation, exile, angry machines. Hard not to feel like the whole world's against us. Is it even possible to feel homesick if your home no longer exists as you remember it?
With Uthid gone, Sunfall feels even less safe.
My uncle passed away in the night. But just yesterday, he seemed well enough. The start of yet another day. Just like the one before it, and the one before that. I guess nobody is immune to the temptation of heresy. Not even Uthid. I know we're here for a reason, but I just miss feeling useful. We won't last another season if we don't find more food. I hate living in shadow. Oh, please, tell no one.
What do you suppose is happening in Meridian right now? Feasting, I wager. What I wouldn't give for a sweet, fresh banana. You've seen enough. Move along. I hate living in shadow. Oh, but please tell no one.
this.
Won't.
The palace in the first place. You'd think the Vanguard would recognize the treasonous snake.
Greetings.
Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful. Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment. In the meantime, circulate.
All these Outlander mercenaries have a mean look about them. Were I a traitor? Pretty uneasy.
I met my uncle every day, just to reminisce about Meridian. But yesterday, he never showed.
You'll not catch me outside Sunfall. It's nothing but a bunch of angry machines out there.
The true Carja will honor the ceasefire. But can we expect the usurpers to act honorably?
I can't believe Uthid would turn his
Watch
back
yourself.
on us.
He's
You never
always
know
been a
who you're
righteous
talking
man.
to. We deserve Meridian, and Meridian deserves us.
I know I shouldn't say this, but I already miss seeing Uthid around Sunfall.
By the sun, what is happening with the machines? They've become so aggressive.
Uthid was the most devoted Carja I knew. If he can stay true, what hope is there for the rest of us? I meet my uncle every day, just to reminisce about Meridian.
Watch yourself. You never know who you're talking to. Don't stride around like you own the place, Outlander. We've wasted enough time. When do we retake Meridian?
If even Uthid is capable of treachery, then anyone is. We should stay vigilant.
It's odd. I could have sworn Sunfall was more crowded just a few weeks ago.
Not sure I like it. Were I a gambler, I'd put the lifespan of this ceasefire at, let's be generous, a month.
Tread lightly, Outlander. I'm good at remembering faces.
Outlanders! If you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room. You're not going to make any shards by standing out here. Filthy mercy. Don't bother me, Outlander. All the bounties are announced in the throne room.
I hear the Shadow Carja are looking for one of their
Don't bother me, Outlander. All the bounties are announced in the throne room.
I didn't think that woman was old enough to catch her death from chill.
Lucent Bahavas is announcing the bounties inside, Outlander.
Uthid owes us an explanation. We trusted him.
Eyes down, Outlander. Better to think what sort of work the savages have been doing for Bahavas.
By the glory of the sun revealed. Behold, radiant Edaman, the one true Sun King. The light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law!
I command Lucent Bahavas to speak in my behalf.
By the will of radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500 shards.
More prisoners than royalty, don't you think? Love your hair. You and I need to chat, little huntress. The green tent down in Shadowside? I'll be waiting.
Kind of busy.
In doing so, demonstrated wanton disregard for the safety
We both know
of
you're
the
no killer
king's
for hire.
subjects.
Uthid is innocent. So come see me, while there's still time to save him.
So, the way in I spoke of is right behind you.
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you.
First time in the Citadel, gotta see the sun ring from on high.
But the Kestrels.
Ah, they want us to see this, boy. It makes quite an impression.
Sort of makes me anxious. Another savage. At least it's not as bad as Meridian.
I am merciful Eustace, Shield of Bahavas.
Merciful.
My enemies die fast.
Strange illnesses.
You test my patience.
Weird disappearances.
You test my patience.
What is going on here?
You test my patience.
I am Relentless Shivan. I guard the High Priest.
From what?
Whatever troubles him. So don't. On your way. On your way.
Need a respite from
on your
violence,
way.
even if it is temporary.
On your way. On
It's
your way.
disconcerting to see so many
On your
savages
way.
around Sunfall.
They call me Savage Tarav, protector of Lucent Bahavas.
Protector or enforcer?
Depends on where the shadow falls. Now on your way. Off with you. 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 Off with you.
Haven't you noticed all the empty tents?
Idle chatter bores me.
People are just vanishing.
I've had my fill of talk. Come to have a gawk, have you?
Ugh, just don't touch anything.
Careful where you walk. Each step has been paid for in blood.
I think these disappearances are a blessing. It's the sun drawing the faithful out of misery.
I'm weary of this never-ending struggle.
Hey. We have nothing for you. Go on. Move.
If you want my valuables, you'll find them in Meridian.
A bit of advice, Outlander? We're at war. You're either useful, or you're in our way.
We've wasted enough time. When do we retake Meridian? Shadow will rise. I just wish it'd rise a bit faster. You've seen enough. Move along. You'll get nothing from me. Off with you. I don't know about you, but I didn't fight to starve in the streets. What I wouldn't give for a sweet, fresh banana.
Don't stride around like you own the place, Outlander. Sunfall is for true Carja.
What do you suppose is happening in Meridian right now? Feasting, I wager.
I hope Bahavas knows what he's doing, bringing in these Outlanders.
You look well fed.
This is insane.
If you're gonna watch some slaughter, this is the place to do it.
If you've got a problem with me, talk to Odin. If he can stand his breath. If you've got a problem with me, talk to Odin. If he can stand his breath. If you've got a problem with me, talk to Odin. If he can stand his breath.
The balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
Another manhunt. How many men and women can one tribe lose? Odin, leader of Odin's marvels. You've a fresh face. When you're less an eye or an ear or two, you'll fit right in. First impressions make the sale, except in this snake pit. They'll take whoever shows up.
This isn't your first job for the Shadow Carja?
Scared of their own shadows, Carja, more like. They spit on me, but the shards are good. Look at those nobles. I say noble, but you can't dress a rat in silk and call it a rat king, can you? Sunfall is a house of clay. If you were to stamp your foot, it would all crumble.
Shouldn't you all be setting out to hunt Uthid?
Have you never done this before? Whoever goes first just leads the others. Just take a load off and avail yourself of some Carja booze until someone sniffs out the trail. Then watch us seek out our prey, Straight as a Ravager's shot. Zip!
Are you sure you're gonna be able to walk in a straight line?
What are you getting at?
Do you think Uthid did what they're accusing him of?
I hope so. It'll make him more dangerous. My advice, it's best not to overthink such things.
Overthink whether he's guilty or innocent?
You let all these thoughts in your head, you'll never make it as a mercenary. Only thing that matters is dead or alive. If they say alive, bring a rag to stuff in its mouth. But these days, no one wants alive.
Farewell, Odin.
Good hunting. If I should have cause to kill you, you won't suffer.
Oh, thanks.
This ceasefire means we'll be getting more supplies coming. I'm all for it.
What's stopping the Outlanders from taking their payment and betraying us? Things keep disappearing in the night. Deserters, if you ask me. Good riddance. I used to see Uthid sharing his rations with the children in the camps. Hard to believe he's gone.
I suppose there's nothing so strange about old men dying. Still, Grant...